Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about this 4080 stuff. Now that I've got things situated, I was using the NVIDIA Beta app, and apparently that was like really affecting the overall performance of my 4080 Super. Since getting rid of that and just downloading the regular drivers for that, yeah, gosh, dude, I was this close to literally nuking the whole PC because I was like, gosh dang it, I was getting so mad. So I deleted all the apps, and then I re-downloaded everything, and I got back in there and I started, you know, playing around with stuff. This thing is running so freaking good now. I literally just beat Horizon Forbidden West a second time. I beat it when it first came out on PS5, just finished it again. I'm enjoying the Burning Shores DLC right now. Definitely running well freaking over the 65-ish frames I was getting before, but now that I've, like, you know, deleted the drivers and re-downloaded them, now I'm getting like 80 plus frames a second native 4K, and I'm just like, dude, this is incredible now. So yeah, that really sucked. That was like starting to make me feel like, what the freak, man. But now the 4080 is definitely, the 4080 Super is definitely running significantly better. I'm having a much better time with it. The fluctuations and stuff like that are gone. So I don't think I'm going to be doing the beta app again till like maybe it's more finalized or something, because that really sucked, man. Like, that really had me feeling like the 40, because I've literally had that thing downloaded since day one. I tried it out on the 4080 or the 4070 Super when I had that, so I didn't really think anything of it. And then, you know, now I've got it downloaded. Now that I've, you know, taken it off and I've got like better performance. I'm actually, when I was with the app on, when I was setting my power limit, even on MSI Afterburner, over, you know, like the 100% that you can do, you can go up to like 125 or something. It still wasn't letting my power levels increase on the card. Now I'm pushing 300 watts easy on pretty much whatever I want to. So I know that there was having something to do with it. So basically is what's going on. After the fact, like after being able to get back in there, I've went back and I've tested a whole bunch of games. Not a whole bunch, but I've tested a bunch of them. Some of them that I was feeling like, oh man, I'm getting lower frames. Like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that was one that I actually did a video on. I go back in there, and now frame rate is pretty consistent with what I was getting with the 7900 XT. So maybe even a little bit more in certain areas, but still pretty close, you know, in terms of that. So I do feel like I was losing probably anywhere from 5 to 15 frames on certain stuff, and then ray tracing games were just unstable. That's like one of, like, they were unstable, but now everything is a lot more stable. Everything's feeling good. Not all ray tracing games were unstable. Obviously, it wasn't like super unstable with, you know, Cyberpunk or some of the other games, but there were some, like any of the PlayStation games that have ray tracing were definitely unstable. Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, some of the other ones that I tried. So I'm just happy that is straightened out. And I still didn't have to reinstall Windows, which is cool. Like, I don't want to have to do that, but I mean, I'm not 100% opposed to doing that. It's just I don't want to, and I'm not trying to go out of my way to make the 4080 Super look bad. I'm really not trying to do that. So I'm just gonna quit with the comparisons altogether, because that's not even what it's about. What it's about is just having a good experience with the 4080 Super, having a good experience with the 7900 XT, because when I do those videos and then I get the feedback and people coming back, you know, with the like ignorant remarks and all of that kind of stuff, and then it just kind of makes me, then it's just like, gosh dude, I don't even want to do this. Then it just kind of makes me feel like I don't even want to do this. But you know, at the end of the day, what matters the most out of this is my experience. That's what matters. That's what matters the most is my experience. And now that I've gotten this problem figured out, I'm a lot happier. Like I'm definitely happier. I was happy before. Like I was like, okay, well, I mean, I guess it just runs as good as the 7900 XT, and I was like, I was okay with that. I mean, the community, the people in the comment section, you guys are the ones that weren't okay with that. I never said that I wasn't okay with that. Not one time did I say I was that it was bad. I just figure, you know, look, man, if it runs as good, if it runs like the 7900 XT, but it costs more than a 7900, and I mean, I paid what, $841 and then $1171. So I mean, the difference isn't really that big, and I do get better ray tracing performance. I do have, you know, access to different types of, you know, apps and features with the NVIDIA cards. So I'm not disappointed with it. Like, I'm not disappointed at all, and I don't want anybody to come away thinking that. Like, I'm happy with my 4080 Super. I'm happy with my 7900 XT, and I'm actually happier with my 7900 XT because I got the 4080 Super. And I know that might not make sense to you, but seeing that card holds its own as well as it freaking does, that just makes me happy. And I'm happy that I bought a 7800 X3D. I am happy. Like, I am feeling a better overall stability in my PC. Now, it was feeling super stable with the 7900 XT, obviously, but now that I've just downloaded the regular drivers for the NVIDIA GPU, like, it feels incredible. Like, I absolutely love it. I think it's incredible. Some of the other stuff that I've kind of noticed with this overall setup is like I was saying earlier, like, every time I, you know, shut down the PC and then boot it back up, it boots up a lot faster. Like, it's booting up much faster every single time. I think I'm under a minute now for boot up from pushing the power button to being into Windows. Definitely about a minute or under, which is pretty cool, because before it was like 3 minutes and it would sit there on a black screen forever. Now it's a lot faster. Like, it's booting up significantly faster, so I'm definitely happy with that. I'm running, you know, full 6,000 megahertz on the memory. This just feels incredible, man. Like, I'm so happy that I decided to upgrade the CPU and the motherboard and all of that stuff. It really does feel a lot more stable. It really does feel good, and I'm super grateful that I figured that out and got that whole NVIDIA thing straightened out. Like I said, I don't think I'll be downloading that app for a little while. That's something that you guys maybe should look into if you guys are wanting to use that app. Like, I don't think the app is bad, but for some reason, when you utilize the HDR thing in there, or you play around with like digital vibrance or any of those other kind of things in there, for some reason it just started affecting my performance. And I didn't really notice it at first, because I was like, yeah, man, this just feels, because that's the thing, it felt just as good as my 7900 XT. Whereas now, after deleting that, it definitely pushes above the 7900 XT, especially with the extra power budget. It does push above that in a lot of games. So I'm like, ooh, boy, man, this is interesting that app is having that much of effect. And I've got people telling me that no, it's not the app, and no, it's not the app. You still need to nuke your freaking drivers and everything. Look, guys, I would just as soon quit doing benchmarks than go through the hassle of doing Windows again right now. I don't want to do it. Like, to me doing Windows again is like there's no other option but to do that. I mean, to me that seems like an extreme option. So yeah, dude, I'm just gonna keep going and doing what I'm doing, and use my PC for making videos and doing stuff. So yeah, if I don't put any more of these benchmark things out, then whatever. And I mean, if I do some footage, it will just be without a frame rate counter on there, and you know, I'll just talk about my experience or whatever, because I'm tired of fighting with the community about you know, oh, you're not getting the frames that you should be getting. I don't really necessarily care as much as a lot of people do. I don't care. Like, the only thing that really matters is, can I play the video game? Does the video game feel good? how does it look on the PC, how are the settings, stuff like that. I'm more interested in that than sitting there watching a stupid frame rate counter, because that kind of ruins the experience when I'm sitting there worrying about, oh my gosh, do I got 5 extra percent frames? Do I have 10 extra percent frames? That kind of ruins the experience for me, and I don't want my PC experience to be like that. I think that's why a lot of these guys get cynical and they just start hating video games, and then they just turn into like clickbait hate channels for video games, and I don't want to be like that, man, because I just want to play my games, enjoy my games, and have a good time, and get some cool hardware. So I can just review the hardware in terms of like, yeah, this feels cool. I don't know. I still need to think about it, you know, how I want to go about doing this stuff, because I just want to play the games and have fun. Dude, I had such a good time just sitting down, relaxing, turning the frame rate counter off, and just playing through the rest of Horizon Forbidden West. Did you know that game is absolutely freaking beautiful? And you should probably have it. Like, toward the end of the game, I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, man. Guerrilla did an amazing job on this game. So yeah, I had a good time. I'm glad I got that fixed. It was starting to bug me, you know, a little bit. It wasn't bugging me in terms of like overall playability of the games. What was bugging me more was all the feedback from the community. You know, it's like, I know you guys mean well. I know you guys mean well, but like I've drawn like this line in the sand that I don't want to redo my Windows. Like I don't want to redo Windows right now. I just don't. And I hope you guys can respect that, and just, you know, try to, you know, like, I get it, you know, obviously that's like the end all be all solution, but man, I've got like programs and stuff on the PC that, like, I feel like if I do it and I delete it, then I'm gonna forget something, and I'm gonna, you know, because I've paid for so many of these stupid freaking programs, and some of them, like my one program, they only let me download it one time. You know what I mean? And like, I need to figure out where it's downloaded to, and see if I can transfer it to another drive. And the last time I did the Windows thing, I accidentally nuked like all 3 of my freaking drives. So I literally had to start from the very beginning again. So I had to buy that $100 program again, and that really made me mad. So yeah, dude, I have like issues with nuking Windows, and like that was one of the things that was holding me back from upgrading my platform in the first place, was because I didn't want to have to do it. So I literally spent like 2 weeks sitting there trying to research, do I necessarily have to do this? And like, truth be told, I was prepared to redo it if I had to, but man, it worked, and it feels pretty good, it feels pretty stable, so I don't want to freaking do that. So please, guys, just respect that. If it means I don't get to do benchmarks for anybody, that's fine. That's fine. Never once have I said that, like, these benchmarks, every time I put out one of those benchmarks, I've also asked the community, like, what's going on? What's going on? Why isn't this happening? You know what I mean? Because, like, I obviously see that something's wrong, so I was just asking for your guys' opinion too. So, alright, man, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.